Welcome to YML Gaming. I am YML. And in this video, I wanted to show you guys how you gain access to the new weapons and content that they added within this new Ghoul Purge in Warframe. There's Quartakk and there's Stubba. These are the new grenade guns you can use, the primary and the secondary. You gain access to these things by playing the Ghoul bounties when you talk to Kanzu in Cetus. Now, RNG is going to be not on your side. I'm going to let you know right now. I had to run these things several times to get these weapons to drop, but just get that Warframe grind going, man. You shouldn't have any problems. Now, when you go talk to Kanzu, you'll see that there's two new bounties added to the top: the Eliminate a Ghoul Alpha and the Rescue the Ghoul Defector. The one at the very top has enemies, I believe, in the levels of 15 to 25, and the Rescue the Ghoul Defector is the harder level enemies between 40 and 50, and they can give you the chance to award you both of the grenade weapons that we're looking for. Now, you can also get access to these encrypted files that you use. It's the same way if you get scans with your Helios or your Helios Prime or these new Ghoul enemies. After a certain amount of scans, you can unlock content. Not any type of content that you can use in your orbiter or as glyphs and things like that. Just like concept art and storyline. There's a lot of content online letting you guys know more about that. But I wanted to focus on getting the weapons and showing you guys some of these new missions within these bounties. Now, one of the missions right now, we're going to run through the Stubba. I finally got this thing unlocked, and luckily I was actually playing some of the new portions of these Ghoul fights. Now, you have to clear these burial grounds. There's going to be 3 sections of these burial grounds that need to be cleared. Now, there's a good chance you can encounter these burial grounds when you're playing against the enemies in the levels of 40 and 50, and trust me, those boys are bringing the heat, so you want to make sure you get those things handled. It's 35 enemies in each location. Once you killed all 3 burial grounds, you'll progress on to the second stage. Now, this is another cool thing they added. There'll be an enemy marked, and he'll actually have a processor cell. And what you do is you kill him and you pick up the cell, and now you can only use your secondary to collect Grok Drool, and it'll slowly power up this cell. Now, you know, in this location, every location, there are canisters of Grok Drool scattered about. So try to get those things full. Get that full by busting those canisters open before you actually deal with the enemies and things like that. It's a lot quicker to get that Grok Drool as opposed to running around the map trying to kill enemies and hope that they drop one. Now, you'll see here, even with the resource booster, it does not register as 2 per pickup. It only registers as 1. So just make sure, even if you have a resource booster, when you're in the planes and things, you're still gonna only get 1 per pickup. So once you've collected 10, then Lotus will drop down an injector that you need to place the cell into, and it will start a defense cycle. Now, I can express to you how difficult some of these things are when you're playing between the 40 and 50 levels. You really want to make sure that you have a good squad in the 40 and 50s. If you run solo with random people, it can be very trying. Hopefully, you won't have to manage this this injector defense sequence, because even between the levels of 15 and 20, these ghouls spawn so sporadically and they come out of the ground fast. These are some really tough enemies to handle, but you can get that done. The rest of these 3 and 4 are both capture targets. The only difference is on the 4th sequence for the capture target, you actually have to kill enemies to, you know, bring the capture target out. Like, he'll be hiding and stuff until you've actually caused enough drama in the area for him to decide to come out and play. That's not a big deal. So far, after running the Stubba contract or the Stubba bounty several times, I'll say I ran it about 15 to 20 times before I finally get one to drop. But it took a little while to get it to drop. So if you get it first couple of tries, man, bravo. But I'm gonna let you know, it hasn't been going down like that for me. I got them both prepped, and now I'm gonna put some work into them and see if they actually are gonna be effective weapons or just, you know, some weapons that might just stay in the inventory because they're in the inventory. But hopefully we can get some good gameplay out of these guns, man, and see what they have to work with. They seem to be burst weapons. The Quartakk is a 4-round burst rifle, and the pistol is a burst weapon as well. So I can't wait to get those things in my hands. They're crafted now. Now, this is the drawing out the targets. You have to fight 35 of these ghoul, and I'm telling you, man, if you get that portion in the 40 to 50 levels, you need to have a tough squad. You need to have a tough squad, because those things will put your team down in an instant, man. Some of those things drop crazy toxin damage, and that's why I always run with Loki in the plains when I do missions and when I fish. It depends on if I'm hunting tailors and things like that. Of course, I'm not running Loki, but for the most part, for bounties and things, I'm running Loki, man, because Loki is a boss. And now you see, I finally picked up this Stubba, and I'm absolutely happy, like, oh man, I don't have to do this anymore. But if you do want to collect all of the encrypted files, you will have to continually play these bounties and get more and more and more to unlock those. But that's for the guys who really want to know the storyline of the Ghoul and all that stuff and get those scans in. You should already be running with your Helios. Every new event that comes, every new enemy that comes into Warframe, you want to get those scans, because the more scans you have, it'll actually show you which mods these enemies drop, the percentage, and you know, so on and so forth. So you want to get as many scans as you can of all the new enemies and all the new content in Warframe fresh off the back. I did that earlier on, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, stepping on into the 40 to 50 levels, the capture target, I wanted to show you guys all 4 of each, but not the extent of actually playing all 4 of each. I've played them several times, and it seems to be the same each time, except for there's an off chance you might have to do the burial ground sequence on the 40 to 50 bounty. And I'm telling you right now, if you have to clear 3 burial grounds and 40 to 50 level enemies, you need to be ready for war. You need to be ready for war, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, those boys are not playing games, man. You don't want to go in there with frames that are useless. A lot of people are running embers and things like that. If you have a tough ember, man, then you can probably rock out, maybe. But I mean a tough ember that can burn up level 60 enemies within like 4 or 5 seconds, man. You definitely want to bring high power weapons in here, man. I got my stilettos. I keep my sabars with me in case I need to go ham. But no need for opticals and things like that. But the enemies will put a hurt on you if you come in here half stepping. So capture the target is pretty simple. We just capture that. Now this sequence is where all hell breaks loose. A couple of people on my team go down. You see I joined a random lobby, so I'm stuck in here with a mastery rank 6. This guy was not prepared for war, but it's all good, man. We helped him out and kept him strong in the fight. This defense sequence can be extremely trying, extremely trying, because the best thing you want to do in this sequence is definitely bring a defense frame with you. If you're running in a squad, if you're going random, you might want to take the defensive role just to make sure that the injector doesn't get blown to pieces and stuff. But if you're running in a squad and you got people who don't mind running defensive frames, then you could be more of the offensive and things, you know, of that nature. You don't have to always run defense. I love running offense simply because Loki is stealth, and if you can't see me, you can't hit me. I need to steer clear of my teammates, granted, so I don't get, you know, hit out of the sky from rockets and things from enemies targeting enemies that are teammates that are close to me. But for the most part, when I run with Loki, I don't have too much of a problem. The toxin damage seems to be the biggest issue. We had to put down so many health pads during this sequence. I cannot express to you how many of these ghoul, when they die, they're worse than the toxin range is ridiculous, man. It will cripple you within a matter of seconds. It's absolutely deadly if you get caught slipping. So make sure you bring some health plates in here. Make sure you have a decent squad with you. I wouldn't suggest that you run public if you want to run these efficiently. You're going to be running them multiple times. Trust me, if you get a first drop, man, first 5 runs, congratulations. But each one of these enemies are high levels. They're in the 40s. Some of them push past 50. You do not want them to destroy the injector. You will be running this over again. It is absolutely disgusting. And this is where 5 former Stiletto Primes, it takes eternity just to melt the armor off of some of these ghouls, man. So like I said, you want to make sure you come in here ready for war. Avoid the toxin, bring in your health plates, and you should be pretty much squared away. I didn't think I needed to show you guys the supply sequence. You know what it is. He drops down the beacon, you destroy the supplies, you kill the enemies, pick up the beacon. You do it 3 times. This is a very easy sequence. I've gotten this several times by running the 40 to 50. Hopefully you get this one too, and not the burial sequence. If you get to clear the burial grounds, man, I know I keep telling you guys, you are going to have a pain of a time with that on a public squad. With a good squad, you should be able to run through it fairly easily. It will be, you know, trying in some portions, but with the public lobby, man, clearing the burial grounds level 40 to 50, oh my god, those things are coming nonstop over and over and over, bro. It is absolutely frustrating. I think in a couple of sequences, when I got the burial ground public lobby, I just left because I already knew from previous fails how this was gonna go. Constant revives. No, it was just too much to bear. So this is always the last sequence. Escort the prisoners to extraction, and I finally got this Quartakk. I was so happy. I'm telling you, I think I've run this thing at least 25, 30 times before I finally got it, man. So I got this thing building. I got my personal quarter segment building, man. Thank you guys for watching, man. If you're new to YML Gaming, hit that sub button, smash that like, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.